Hi folks, we're going to show you one of our newer components. It's a modification of the isotope portfolio. And what we've done is we've turned it into basically a navigation component. Here's an example of how you could possibly set it up. You may have in your website different products, services, departments, or team members. You could use this type of component to perhaps link to the different products that you have, and you could use an image to display for each product. Same with services. You could use different pictures for services, department, or team. And it's a navigation component. It's not a component that displays a larger image. The purpose of it is to help your visitors find categories or types of pages in your site quickly. You can use images to represent those pages. They hover over, there's a title, a description, and a view page button. They click on this and it takes them to the web page, right? Probably good for mid to larger websites. If you had a small 5 or 6 page site, it's not going to be much use. You could just use it for regular images if you want to, and have those images, or link out to affiliate websites or associate websites, or the web pages in your site. But it's probably more geared towards mid to large size sites, unless you just want to display pretty pictures like we have here. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to do this in Expression Web and Dreamweaver in the same shot. The reason being is the locations are the same, the update process is the same, it just looks slightly different. So I'll show you where to find the pages in your editors, and then we'll just run through updating. And the things you can do to update would be the buttons at the top. You could add or delete them and change the names, right? There's the images, the title, the description, and the view page. I'll show you how to change a picture, and of course how to add, remove pictures, as well as how to group them. So if you, for example, click on departments, how do we get the different pictures to show up for the departments when we click on it? The same with products. When I click the products button, how do I get different images to show for that particular grouping of images? So let's jump right in. I'm going to jump into Expression Web first. There we go. And to find that particular component, we go to the library, we go to Components and Full Screen Portfolio Links, and we just open up the page like so. And there it is. And it's going to show just a bunch of pics, some information, and whatnot. Now you can actually edit the content and change the pictures right through the design window if you want. I would say change the titles and descriptions and the link to the view web page. Change that through the design view. The image you may want to link in manually, or just use the picture properties tool, but we'll get to that in a second. For my Dreamweaver users, we're going to open up the same thing: library, components, and full screen portfolio links.lbi. You just open that up, you can pop that into design. It's going to look the same thing. Okay, so first things first, these buttons up here, let me switch over to code view. They're listed at the top of the page, and you can see that they're listed like so. So we have the view all button, which is always going to be set to active to start with, and then we have products, services, departments, and our team. Notice that each has what's called a grouping of 1, 2, 3, or 4. That is the filter or the class that you would assign to each image, so it displays for the proper group. For example, any image that you want displayed for products, when you click on the products button, you would have to assign a group 1. Now we've put this right here at the top of the list for you, because everything's broken down into nice categorized images here, or commented images. So that's image 1, image 2 obviously, and it starts off with their grouping. So for this image here, if you wanted image number 2 to be associated with the Our Team link, you would change it to group 4. So we go down here, we just change, all you have to do actually is just change the number from 2 to 4. If you wanted more buttons up top, piece of cake. Copy the entire button line and do this in code. You don't have to know HTML, you just have to do it in code. Paste it, and right. So all you need to do is know how to copy and paste and change the number. Then you could put, if you sell cakes, you could put cakes. And then any images of cakes you could assign to group number 5. And then down below, as you're changing your images out, there you go. Now to change the pictures out, you can manually link to a different picture right here, or you can just go to the design view and sort of follow down starting at the top. The first picture you see here is going to be the first picture number 1, right? And below that's going to be um, the title, the description, and the view page. Although in Dreamweaver it sort of looks like it's attached to the image below, it's not. It's actually attached to the image above. So the picture comes first, then the title, then the description, and then the view page button, right? And just like any link, just use the link to file, point to file tool. Boom. Now you've created a link to your page. Change the description and the title for the image, and you're good to go. And to change the picture, just double click on the image, browse through your site, find a new one, select it, click OK, and that's it. Now you've changed the picture. Okay. Now the picture sizes, it varies, but you could use any size image you want. We go with 640 by 480. That way you have lots of flexibility and you can target many different devices. It's designed to sort of fill up whatever space is available, but 640 by 480 is a very good starting place, and if you can stick with that size, you'll find you have better results. Now, that covers the basis of changing a picture, adding buttons, linking the buttons to the different images, and all that's left is, well, how do you add, remove pictures? You do this through the code view, okay? And what you could do is just open up the page, scroll to the bottom of the list, right, and start removing what you don't need. So if you don't need 16 pictures, start removing what you don't need. Boom, out it goes. Get rid of what you don't need, and then you can simply finish by updating the image, the title, the description, and the link when you're done. Now to add more pictures, copy image, the last image here, or copy any image, right? Paste it below, little space, paste it below, below, and below. And now I've just added 4 new images. All I need to do now is change the picture for the image, title, description, the link, and assign a different group to it if I need to change that up. And that's really all there is to it. Now, my Microsoft users, although you're witnessing this in Dreamweaver, the process is exactly the same using your Expression Web. I'll probably have some more specific tutorials coming out in the next couple of weeks. I want to get something into the system to help guide you through the first iteration of our new full screen portfolio though.